world is it's more dangerous by the day. We know that's the case. And one notable example of what's happening now in the Ukraine border, just weeks after conducting its largest military exercise in 40 years, Russia came dancing in and amassing a huge military buildup on the border. In fact, the defense minister from Ukraine was in my office this morning and was talking about all the things that are going on there. According to the image that we have by satellite, we're seeing tanks, we're seeing missiles, we're seeing artillery, and here's why I'm really concerned. Even military ambulances. Now, why would Putin be putting military ambulances if he were not expecting casualties? Well, the answer is he wouldn't. So we have an idea what's going to happen. In addition to this equipment, experts are reporting that 90,000 Russian combat troops are amassed along Ukraine's border. These troops are in a more threatening posture than they've ever been before. They are in the south, in the north. They're knocking on the door of Kiev, and all that's going on right now. It might sound crazy that Russia would want to deploy so many forces now in November to a region where the winters are brutally cold. But here's something not many people really think about, and that is that frozen ground is easier to move around heavy equipment like tanks and artillery. Now, I'm not the only one who's sounded the alarm on this. Earlier this year, Senator Rounds and Congressman Trent Kelly and I visited Romania, which is like Ukraine, sits on the front lines of Russian aggression. At that time, Romanian military officials warned us that Russia was moving from a defensive to an offensive posture in the Black Sea. And we're seeing it now. Everything that we're predicting, it's happening now. And that asset is from a shift is exactly right. Putin is capitalizing on what he perceives as United States weakness. He knows that our NATO allies are disturbed by the catastrophe in Afghanistan. Many of the European nations fear the United States is no longer interested in transatlantic security. This is something, the president shouldn't have done what he did, and we all, I think most Americans know that. It was a disaster the way he put this thing together in Afghanistan, and now we know where we are on this. It's tempting to say that we've seen this before, but I don't think we have just like this. So this is about America, this is about NATO, it's the credibility and the capability, and that's why the NDAA is so important every year, but especially this year.